Hello, welcome to Griftlands. This is very exciting. It's a new series for the channel. I didn't say welcome back. It's been a long time. When's the last time I started a new series? Anyway, I am not good at starting new series. The intro section here, I've done like 370 Monster Train intros, and I have forgotten how to do new content. So let's go through it all the points I want to hit on. I will organize in front of you now. I will hit on them, and then we will begin the video. So bullet point number 1. What is Griftlands? I'm reading from my title cards here. I don't have title cards. The title cards are in my head. Anyway, Griftlands is a new deck builder. It's from Clay. You can probably tell their art style is very distinct. Also the Clay down here. Clay's made a lot of games. Don't Starve, Mark of the Ninja, just to name a few. You've probably heard of a game by Clay. They make a lot of bangers. Griftlands' latest game they've been putting in the work for. It's a deck builder. They got their own little twist on the deck builder genre. It's pretty cool. Game's a very story fleshed out, like there's a whole world. It is much more story driven than any deck builder I have played before this. You got like Monster Train and Slay the Spire. They tell the story through flavor text and through like implying the lore through the world. This game has a whole lot of just dialogue and world building. It's a very different experience, but I nonetheless am excited for it. I have not played any of this game prior to this, except for I played 30 minutes to familiarize myself with the mechanics of the game, so that the first 30 minutes of this video isn't just me reading cards 4 times going, what does this do? What does this do? No, but what does this do? Because that is generally how my introduction to card games goes. It takes me a little while to get everything situated. So, you know, we'll do our best. The difficult part for me with this game, the structuring of these videos in general, these runs are very long. A run of this game is not 45 minutes or an hour. People have told me that once you get a handle for it, and if you start skipping over the story, a run of this game will be around an hour and a half to 2 hours, but initial runs you want to expect like 4 to 5 hours if you're reading everything. So I've been thinking about it and figuring out how I'm going to plan it. I'm most likely going to streamline most of the dialogue. I will read it out to you. It's not fully voice acted. I will read it off, but like unimportant side dialogue and things that I don't think matter, I will probably just click through and not read. That's my plan anyway. Anything else I want to cover here? Let's think. I don't think so. I think that's basically it. New series, very exciting, also very scary, but I have been looking forward to this one. I've been looking forward to a new deck builder. If this is your first video of mine that you've watched, hey, thanks for checking it out. I've played a lot of deck builders. I've played, I'm not like the greatest of all time or like most invested and nothing like that, but I've dropped like, probably a collective 2,000 or 3,000 hours on deck building roguelikes. So I've been around with Monster Train and Slay the Spire primarily, but yeah, without any further ado, let's get to it. This video, I will probably cut this wherever it's logical to cut this, somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, and that'll most likely be at the end of a combat. And yeah, I'll just kind of release these videos in sequence. I'll be streaming this game later tonight, assuming this comes out on the 1st, which it should. I'm recording this the night before. This game is still in early access technically for like, I don't know, maybe 12 more hours, but I'm playing it and we're just going to play the first character, who I've been told is complete and fully fleshed out and all of that stuff. So, if there's anything weird, like you go, oh, hey, this is different now, that's probably because this is early access, but I want to get this recording done and I want to get this released around when the game's going to release. You know how it goes. Let's get to it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you would be so kind. I will probably forget to ask that on future videos. However, I will also admit this is not my first time recording this intro. I recorded and realized that the story is a little different because I had played through like 30 minutes of a run. So I went and I canned that recording, reset my profile so we would get a fresh start, and we will begin. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna, that's it. That's me talking done. I am now going to begin me reading and interacting with the game for you. So we're going to be playing today's run as Sal Ikderek, a bounty hunter who is an up-and-comer looking to make her mark on the world. And we're going to be playing Hunting Cascio. Sal escapes a life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. There's also very cool, very much in favor of this sort of option, an option to just play the game on story mode. I will not be doing this, as I'm sure you can imagine, but I am glad that it exists nonetheless. So, real quick here, I can give you a few ideas of how this goes. You got 2 decks, that's the big twist. You have 2 different decks, 2 different health bars. You have a negotiation deck, and you have a battle deck. You know, you got your standard starting deck, strikes, defend, a few random whatever cards, you know, special cards unique to the character. Not too unlike Ironclad Silent Defect sort of deal, right? Where you got strikes, defends, and then whatever their starter is. Same here. You got what are effectively strikes, defends, and extra cards. And these cards are color-coded. I haven't 100% understood it, but they're basically like, it's like different categories. So you have manipulation, hostility, and diplomacy. We'll get a little more into that when we're playing the game. Each deck is also associated with a different health bar too. So regular health and resolve. Interestingly enough, I don't think you die if you run out of resolve. Resolve is related to negotiation. I think you lose, I don't think you lose the run if you run out of resolve. And I believe you die if you run out of health though. So if you do if you do a combat approach, at the end of the combat you'll regain some of your resolve, and I think it might work vice versa, but I'm not 100% certain. I didn't see if it did or not. But yeah, it's like a little bit of the skill cap is balancing your health and your resolve and balancing the strengths of your 2 different decks. It's pretty sick. I will begin now. I'm going to skip the introduction level, and we're going to jump right to Prestige level 1, which is basically Ascension level 1. There's 7 Ascension levels as far as I'm aware. And yeah, I'm going to just hop right in at the higher level.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends.
Indentured labor. I was trying to remember what that was.
You're back home for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals.
Look at that guy's hair.
Criminals like Cascio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Caccio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say. Your first stop is a dive called the Grog and Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
Nothing too crazy there, I feel like. Pretty... it's interesting. I wonder if each character... I mean, I'm assuming it is. Each character has their own story, which is pretty cool. That's a lot. That's a lot of story. But give me 1 sec. I'm going to pause the recording. There will be no difference for you, but I'm going to go get some more water because I forgot. I accidentally cut myself off mid-sentence there in that pause, which was pretty... pretty silly. But anyway, here we are. So like I said, I'll read through this dialogue for you, but I'm gonna go a little quicker than we'll just see. At the first sniff, the Grog and Dog smells like stale hops and dried blood. They do like a little Simlish deal where they speak in not actual words. Well, look what the tide dredged up. Fish by the holy brine, I'd tear up if I weren't dead inside. Read that as tear up initially. It's damn good to see you looking well. You have a plan to get on your feet. I do, bounty on Cascio. Forget it, you've grown up, but you're not that strong. But you're not gonna stop trying. With a chance at surviving, you better make yourself some friends. I'll help you with that. Sick. So if I want to, and I will, we can learn a lot about the world. This is what I was saying at the start. There's a lot of world building here, a lot more than I ever would have expected. So we can ask about Bavaria, which is a largely unsettled continent on the western side of the Hessian Sea. I feel like I need to be taking notes right now. Let me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Bavaria. Dirty and broken like always. If debt brokering was bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. Half the population is indentured, and the ones that hold their contracts sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. That ain't the half of it. The Admiralty's pushing for an official annex. Like, this is, and I like the way that you can hover over keywords here. It's kind of sick. Deltran military force. Deltri is the most powerful nation in the world. And make everyone a real Deltran citizen in Bavaria. It'll stop the illegal debt brokering. Anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery, and you can imagine the reaction. This is a lot. Like, this is a lot, and I will, assuming that we end up back here at the start of every run, what I'll probably do is I'll space this out over the course of a lot of runs, because, you know, I'll like, if I concentrate all of the dialogue, I feel like this is going to be 45 minutes of me reading dialogue. So we'll skip ahead to get work from Fish. Got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. We got Uni, Khalit, and Nand. You get little pictures of them too. Easy people to find. Tell them I sent you. They can sell their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll get you a plate of popped Oshnu eyes. Gonna eat snail eyes? So here's our map. We got like our little home base here. We can return to the home base in order to heal and restore resolve. I did not do this myself. There's also, I didn't see these before. We have a social boon, gain 2 max resolve and 2 max health, which is resolve health. It's like, it's weird because I can't call them both health, so you just have to remember resolve is negotiation HP and negotiation is the alternate, like one of the 2 decks. And then we have a social bane, lose 2 maximum resolve and 2 maximum health. How does this work? Oh, so these are just permanent effects? Whoa, what is going on here? This is Cascio, the person we're hunting down. Okay, so we have, oh, I see. This is like a little indicator of how people in the world feel about us. So we have one person who hates us and one person who loves us to start out. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. And if the person loves you, you get a boon from them. If they hate you, you get a bane from them. I understand now. Okay. So, anyway, got a little sidetracked there. Learning about how systems work. It'll happen. Basically, now we have 3 options. We can go do debt collection here. You can see the rewards. We'll get $65. We'll get an upgrade, and we will get a card to start with. Okay. We can go here. This is just a fight. We'll get to heal. We'll get $55, and we'll get a card. Or we can go here. This is a fight, and the reward is a card. Ooh. You and all allies gain 30 defense. Replenish, destroy after 2 uses. Oh, I see. So this is like you get it for 2 uses overall. It's an interesting one. You have to spend 2 energy to play a card that's limited because it permanently goes away. Okay. I want to do, so I don't need the heal. I will do, let's do the completing bids. You can see also difficulty 1 star, and there's a different focus for each of them. So if we do one of these, we're going to focus on fighting, and if we do the one at the harbor, we will have a focus of battle and negotiation. In my experience, that means either you have a choice between the 2 and you'll get a bonus for doing it one way or another, or you will have to do both. I've had it be both so far. But let's do the competing bids. I'm down for this. This is a 1-star difficulty, focus on battle. Uni wants you to track down and capture Clem, but has been cagey about the details. Let's do it. A mysterious figure approaches you. Greetings, Grifter. We are Grifters. As me, I am the Grifter. Look like you could use an edge. I've got 2 already. It's the joke about our knives. It's 2 knives. I don't You refer to your knife. Hey, wait. Hey, you can't make the exact same oblivious joke that I just made. This is bullshit. This is my job. I'm referring to specially imported battle goods from the Roalock, a remote archipelago. I could use is there a map? Can I look at a big map of the whole world? I don't think I can. Are you interested? And give him 20 shills for serrated dirk. A serrated dirk is... This is a single-use card. You can look at the cards and I will show you how they work. This is a battle card. You can see that in the little box there. It will, at the top of the card, it shows how much damage it does. So it'll do 3 damage and it will apply 3 wound. And it inserts Roalock Karambit. You'll have to bear with me as I learn some words here. Which is 1 action, 3 damage, apply 3 bleed. Bleed is poison. And they both exhaust. This card seems really good. Let's ask about the price. Maybe we can haggle him down. And it's, apparently $20 for a knife is cheap in this economy. In this economy? Didn't get the right cadence there. What's the deal? You may take the deal or leave it. My reasons are my own. I have found as well in this game that actions actually have lasting consequences. Like there may be something that happens to me, good or bad, for buying this knife. I will buy this knife. Please use it responsibly. So down to $55. And so that was a random event that happened on the way. I wasn't sure, so I didn't point it out. But on our way to the quest, we got a random event that popped up, is what basically just happened. I don't know if those random events can be fights, but we'll see, I suppose. We are in the Admiralty headquarters. So this is the person we have to talk to for the quest. I kind of want to see if anything happens for me talking to these other characters, though. We got Ulo. This person's name is 75% O's. That's sick. She looks young for an Admiralty officer of her rank, suggesting either competence or nepotism. Does she look young? She has eye bracelets. What? That's sick. Ula nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, it's a start. We've I don't know. This person is neutral. We've established connections. So I imagine we're going to want to talk to everyone, so at least we have them as someone we know. Word is Dano spends her downtime knitting and her uptime hitting. Best to approach her with her hand when her hands are empty either way. Hail to Gap, leader of the Admiralty. Rumored to be long dead. What the heck? In the lore, the dude who runs the military / police force, I don't know which one it was, is dead? Huh. Let's do our quest. We need the fastest pencil pusher in the West. You need Uni. This uniform itches like you wouldn't believe. That is oversharing to an extreme degree. We have just met. Apparently I can buy cards from her. I already spent some money. Let's just do the quest. You post a bounty. Didn't expect it to actually get any interest. And I'm a bounty hunter. But up a posting, we talk pay. Take down Clem. She's a debt dodger. Okay. So for starting this quest, we'll get a card. We get to choose one of 3, you know. From a deck building standpoint, I do not know much. So we'll just kind of pick cards that seem good and try to make something that is reasonable. Use the damage of this card by 4 until played and return it to your hand. Oh, I see. So this is a card that does 4 and if you discard it, it comes back and the damage goes up by 4. That's kind of sick. I think I will go. The problem is if I look at the battle deck here, I don't believe I have anything that discards. So this is a cart before the horse situation. I'm down to go. Let's do discard a card, 1 energy, deal 5, because that seems sick. You can also skip cards for $10. And right click to see card info. The upgrade system in this game is very interesting as well. We will cross more when we get to it, but in short, every time you play the card, you fill up a bar, and when you fill up the bar all the way, you get an upgraded version of the card, and you get to choose, which is neat. I'll do Reckless Swing here. This card seems good. 1 energy, deal 5, discard a card. Usually, I find that discard is not a super big downside. Dead or alive, whatever's easier. You need to show me proof, else it's no deal. Don't want you claiming credit for someone else's work. Someone else taking this bounty. Maybe. Two folks can go after the same bounty at once. I've never done this before. Makes no difference to me as long as the job gets done. Head on over to the Slurping Snail. Alright, I'll look at your cards. You are as way too much money. Okay. And now we go to the Slurping Snail. No event that time. Recognize the tension when you step into the Slurping Snail, like the Oshnu mucus is coagulating in the air. Eventually, that sentence is going to make sense to me, but you know, you use a simile here. I guess it's just a big snail. Maybe we'll see a big snail at some point. Filling the room gets when a hunter is working. Said it once and I don't like the idea of repeating myself. Where is Clem? Said it a dozen times. Frig you, Buster. Warwick won't get anywhere with pluck at this rate. That's Warwick. Takes promoted dockhand civilian kind of believer. Okay. Take a breather. I will take it from here, boss. Patrons sensing their troubles bury their head in their noodles. So we're just going to show this guy how it's done. There's a lot of people to talk to here. Mix has never met a paying customer he didn't have patience for. Whoa. Okay, so we can buy food here. Gain 2 actions, draw a card, ambush. Automatically placed in your hand at the start of battle. Oh, that seems kind of cool. So for $40, we can have... Oh, wow. There's a lot here. I'm not going to spend any money right now, but there is a lot of... This is something that you'll probably have to recognize at some point and understand that you need to grab, basically. I'm mostly just going to go through and talk to everyone. Oh, so I can also give these guys money to have them help me in my next fight. Interesting. Oh, and this is the guy that I bought the knife from, Zimin. And I'm not going to read what they have to say. I'm just going to click through. And this person will stay out of the next one. Ah, okay, so I assume when we talk to Pluck, we will have some people help us if we pay them, some people hurt us if we don't pay them. I see. Okay, let's begin. I'll tell you what I told that jerk. I don't know nothing, and I don't want no trouble. So, 2 options here. First, we'll ask about Clem, I suppose. Looking for Clem. This doesn't have to go down sour. So, 2 ways to go about it. We can either talk or we can fight. I feel like... I don't know about you, but I feel like we intimidate. Oh, and you can look at this if you're worried about how this fight goes. You can look at this and you can go, okay, I want to fight, and I want to get gun thrown and not intervene. Interesting. Neat. So either way, Pluck will dislike us. It is the nature of the game, I suppose. I'm much better at my job than that Moran. And I know what to do. At the end of your turn, Incept 2. This effect is added to the opponent's arguments. What does this do? Ability cards deal an additional +1 damage, remove 1 sack. Okay. So those are basically curses I'll draw. I will let the tutorial play. Yeah, I'll let the
At
tutorial
the
play.
start of each turn,
I'll
you
take a
draw
sip.
5 cards from the draw pile and gain 3 actions. Each card costs a certain number of actions to play.
And
You
we'll
win a
click through that.
negotiation by destroying your opponent's core argument. Your resolve
This is health.
You and your opponent can deploy arguments to help win the negotiation. Arguments have special effects and can be attacked or defended, like the core argument.
Right, so this is one of the first things they're gonna do. It's gonna autoplay, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, no, sick. This is one of the first mechanics that is not super intuitive. It's not something that's like, this is health, this is draw, this is energy, right? You effectively deploy your powers and then enemies can attack them and they will do a permanent effect unless the enemy attacks and breaks
Certain
it.
cards
And they have
apply
separate health from you.
composure, which mitigates damage.
Composure is block.
Composure can be applied to your opponent's intents for the next turn.
And they
are
have intent.
shown in their inner ring. Use these intents to plan your turn and protect. Inspecting cards and arguments will bring up their tooltips with a description of their effects. The people you meet in the Griftlands will use different negotiation tactics, so make sure you adjust your strategy to match.
Yeah, okay. So in case any of that was unclear or you're looking at this and you're feeling overwhelmed, I'll go very slow and I'll talk you through everything. You got energy, which is called actions in this game. You got card draw, discard pile. You do not retain your cards at the end of your turn. Block is not carried over, and it's called composure here. You will see an intent that we can look at this and we can see, oh, they're gonna do 5 damage to me. It'll also pop up above what they're gonna do the damage to. And they also have intents, which they just kind of circle around and they do something. So they're gonna deploy another argument at the start of my next turn, or maybe at the end of this turn, either way. Because I didn't pay that guy off, this character starts with a heckler, which is just gonna make this person do +1 damage on all their intents. And this guy has 5 health, the heckler has 5 health, and I can target him down to lower the damage permanently by 1. I think our character's passive is, our character's passive is you get 1 block at the start of each turn, and this enemy's passive is gain 2 composure whenever we create a new argument. Okay. So if I put up a new argument like the heckler, which I don't know if I even can, my opponent gains 2 composure. With all that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we? First thing is, in negotiations and in regular combat, actually, you don't do a set number of damage. We do 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. My first feeling when I see this is just, oh no. I think that it will probably not lead to a big problem long term, but like, oh no. Generally, though, we have... this is one of the cards I'll have to explain. The rest of these cards are pretty straightforward. 1 energy, block 3. 1 energy, do 1 to 4. 1 energy, do 1 to 3. These cards are interesting because they are the same cost, but one of them does less damage than the other, and I think that has something to do with the hostility tag. I haven't really figured it all out, but I think some enemies have special things that happen when you play hostilities, and also you can manipulate how these work a little more. So we'll play our special card here, which is Salve Instincts. And we get to choose between Inspiration and Attitude. Inspiration, 0 energy, deal 2. And we will gain 2 Influence. Influence is a new argument. It has 2 health. They can pop it pretty easily, but it makes all of our green cards do max damage. It does all diplomacy cards do max damage. I haven't actually played Attitude, so I should read what this does as well. It's 0 energy, deal 2, and it is hostility cards, which are the reds, do +1 damage, and it loses a stack. This is a stack? Let's play this. I need to see how this works at some point. So if I'm running the numbers correctly here, we can pop this heckler. In most cases, the way that this turn should play out is I hit this guy for 2. I get my dominance, which I guess this lasts just for 1 round, as long as I don't roll the 2. This is gonna set the tone for my entire experience with this game.
Hell's hat.
Hey, it's not Doom. Hell yeah. We'll just put up 3 blocks. So does this go away now? It says it loses a stack. So does it just drops now? It does just drop now. Okay. So other things to note, we can't just sit in these combats forever. The enemies have like an enrage mechanic basically, where if you sit here for too long, they will start doing more damage. So and the reason for that is so that you don't sit here and just upgrade all your cards on combat 1, which yeah, it makes sense. In 1 stack, whenever a card is played, at 10 stacks, Sal is dealt 5 resolve damage and this argument is removed. Ah, okay. Also, in Sept, this effect is added to the opponent's arguments. Hostility cards deal +1 damage. They don't... This is confusing to me. Because... Okay, I'll just see how it works. We'll just see how it works here, I suppose. Right, I'll keep my eye on this one, but I'm gonna push damage to, like, next turn I should probably kill this. Otherwise I'm gonna take 5. Right, so like, but does my opponent do hostility? I drew 2 intimidates. The other card that we have that's special is improvise a card from a special pool. Improvise is discover or whatever. Like, it's choose 1 of 3. And I don't actually know the special pool super well, so let's just see. Gain 1 bonus action next turn. Deal 1 to 2. Deploy bait. Bait is 2 armor, 2 resolve, and it has to be targeted first. It's really strong, I feel. Let's take the bait though. Hope you're ready. I'm a master at this. Took 32 minutes to get to the master debate joke. I didn't know this was here. Okay, so this affects me. I see. That's strange. I wonder why that is. Move a stack when you play. Okay, so like, if I just spam hostilities, I get to do a bunch, I guess. Interesting. I am going to I'm just gonna take it from irritable right now. I have put myself into a not great position. However, I think I should be able to kill it next turn. I need to not play the Instincts card though. 7, because I'll put this at 8, and I have to kill it before it goes to 10, I assume, so I have to stop at 7. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I am aware, but I believe this is correct. When destroyed, Pluck loses 9 resolve. So it looks like hostility cards ramp up a lot higher. If I don't roll double once, I have the kill. Okay, so here's the big time play. If I fast talk the bone tired and it doesn't roll 1, I can end this combat this turn. The thing that I don't know, and we'll just see here, is will I take damage from irritable, right? Because this does 9 damage to this. This bone tired will do 9 damage to Pluck, which sets him to 5. At 5, I do 5 to 8. I have to open with Threaten for this line, so it's actually a little riskier than I initially anticipated. The 1-9 to lose here. The safer line, let's play the slower line here, I suppose. I feel better about this. I don't feel like we're under a lot of threat here, so it's actually probably a little bit better to extend the combat even so that we can build out our upgrades. Because every time we play the card, like I said, we're getting +1 on its upgrade. pips, and when those fill out, we get to upgrade it. I think I do just go for the kill here, though. Like, I'll drag it out. But I'm pretty sure this turn or the next turn, yeah, okay. When this comes up is it's time to end the combat thing. Now all intents and arguments deploy with +1. So instead of doing 4s, we're taking 5s, and we no longer gain experience. This is the okay, it's time to move. I might actually take damage for doing this the way that I did it. What is Flustered? Flustered reduces damage by 33%. Okay. Let's see how this game rounds. This is a good quick rounding lesson. Sorry, I'm gonna move my chair and give me a sec, 'cause I'll definitely slam my desk here. Plot twist, I actually did not slam my desk, but I muted anyway. So you're hitting me for 5. And if I hit you with a 33% reduction, you get reduced to 3, which means that it seems like, well, what this means is it means the game does not floor every rounding thing. Step 1 of learning. It doesn't go 5 to 4, it goes 5 to 3, which either means that it rounds up in your favor. It might just round like you would expect, like 4 would probably also go to 3. You might think, yeah, of course it works that way, but math in these video games is often very finicky, shall we say. What's this? Suspicion. Diplomacy cards do -2 with a minimum of 1. Reduce suspicion by 1. Okay, so for 1 round you have suspicion. Here we go. And that's a victory. We took 3 damage. I was not paying attention to when. Use a negotiation card. Plead, lose 1 influence for 0 to 3. Do you have to pay the influence for this? I wonder. Brainstorm, draw 3, draw 1, return the next card you play this turn to your draw pile. Segway seems like a card that's a lot better if you have good cards that are worth putting on top. And there's probably some fun stuff you can do with this. I'll take Plead here, because, yeah, I'll just take Plead. Influence, if you are misremembering or do not remember, it's that one card. We generate influence from the Instincts card, and influence makes all of your green cards do max damage. But if you can play this without, then this seems really strong. And it lets us take some card draw. What'll it be? You clamp down too hard on that tongue of yours and you're likely to lose it. Damn. Reckon I like you better than that other guy Clem's in a cave. Warwick slips out of the shop, no doubt having heard Pluck's change of heart. And we got a full face palm on that. So now Pluck dislikes us. They will make our life difficult if given the opportunity. This will come back to get us later, perhaps. Like, maybe in the future we will see this character again. Okay, and now we just go on over here. Doing pretty good on time. I do not have to record Monster Train. I've already done it. So I will probably knock out another hour or so of recording. And we'll probably do 1 more combat, and then that'll be the episode. You find the cave where Pluck said it would be. You rap once on the door and Clem emerges like a wary anemone. Do anemone emerge? This said it was a combat focused thing, and I have not been forced into combat. I can either fight or convince. Again, I feel like... Can I don't think there's a way for me to read. Is it in the pause menu, maybe? No, okay. I don't remember what the person who gave us this job said in terms of, like, bring Pluck alive, dead, doesn't matter. I think they said dead or alive, but you need the proof, if I remember. Let's, 2-star difficulty, 23 resolve. Let's fight. so that we can see the other way that the game plays.
Gente quepa.
Clem's mad because I'm fighting. Yeah, I am. I will let it play the battle tutorial.
At the start of each turn, you draw 5 cards.
Draw
from the
5,
card.
3
You can
actions,
win
you
a
know that
battle
part.
by killing all of your opponents, or by making them surrender. Enemies will surrender when their health dips below their panic threshold. Killing enemies may have diplomatic
Yeah,
consequences.
that's the mechanic. Their health bar is the health bars are like a lie in this game. It's
Certain
weird.
cards apply defense.
You have
which
block.
You can preview what
You
your
can see what the
enemies
enemy's
and add.
doing.
Some cards apply conditions.
Some cards have
that
status
represent-
effects. The interesting thing that's worth having the game explain it there is you don't have to kill enemies. So this character has 55 health, but if I do 49 damage to them, they will run. Or they won't run, they'll surrender. I fought some wolves that ran away. This character will surrender, and then I will have you'll see. You'll see how it goes from there. So intent above their head. This is more of the deck builder that you're used to. This is much different than the negotiation side of things. We can also right click for more info. In a Clem's turn, apply 2 heal. This is a species boon. So the lizard people have a species move. If I kill Clem, I get this card. Okay, let's do it. In a Clem's turn, apply 2 heal. So it's just heals 2? Okay. Basically same thing as the negotiation, although we do have this card, the Serrated Dirk. Huh. It's weird the way that it shows you above their head, right? That seems kind of strange. When you hover the card, it shows your card, like, you see that? Wound is... By the way, that card afflicted wound. Wound takes bonus damage per stack, which is why the 5 damage card did 8. I didn't actually notice that applied wound, and bleed is just poison. I don't know if it ticks down. It does tick down. Pamphleteer Clam. Now that's a title. What do you do for a living? Oh, you know. Pamphlet. Provides the card, so this is the same as the Instincts card. Apply 2 wound. Wound seems pretty sick. I can see the use case here. You can build a deck around a bunch of cards that are very cheap and maybe a bunch of card draw, and you stack a wound, play a bunch of little 1 or 2 cost pings that then do 6 or 7. Impair is weakness, lower damage output, and this draws 2. I'll just take the 2 wound. I feel like we got a plan there. This card gives us Hammer Grip or Saber Grip, 1 to 2 or 2 damage. Deal bonus damage if you have any combo. Combo points are accumulated until they're spent by a finisher. Lose half of your combo whenever you take damage. There's a lot of words coming at you fast and furious, and I'm not going to try to explain every single word to you. If anything doesn't make sense, you know, you'll just kind of have to get it. The game is relatively good about... Everything's pretty intuitive, is what I would like to say about it so far. I don't feel like I have too much difficulty keeping up. Do damage, block attacks, weakness. This man's hitting me for 15. Oh, what the hell? That damage ramped up pretty quickly. Let's do a fight dirty. Draw a card, discard a card, gain 2 combo, or draw 2. I think we'll do... I can hide this. Okay, so the draw 2 does nothing for me. And draw a card, discard a card also does nothing. So let's just take the damage output. Can I ever get the kill here? No way, right? Next attack on this fighter does double damage and removes 1 defect. Oh, I'm taking bonus damage because of an effect that was put on me that I didn't even notice. That's why I'm taking 15. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. +2 combo. I don't actually have anything to use that on. We'll just block 8. Similar to the negotiation, you will notice in this fight, if it goes on long enough, we will have the same. You can't gain experience anymore. Enemies start to do more damage situation. So we're not gonna play slow and full block this. We're gonna accept 2 damage to finish this fight a little quicker. Do I have combo? No, you lose your combo if you take damage. That's the big thing about it. Fun little personality test for you. Do you play stab or do you play elbow strike here? I play stab because 75% of the time stab is as good or better than elbow strike. As good there. This is gonna be status effect. I think the status effect should mean that we're going to get the kill. There's a card. I want to keep doing the fight dirties when I get the chance because I want to see what kinds of cards you get. Looks like you get just a random card, basically. Good to know that there is one that does discard, though. So it's not impossible to land a discard card in this game. For the cause. What is this? We're now fatigued, and they are becoming more powerful. I think on this turn I will block. Game has made a strong case for me playing blocks on this turn. I would like to not take 22. I think it's impossible for me to lose this. Because as you can see, despite 13 health, we have to do only 7. And that should do it. So, when they give up, you have 2 choices. You can kill them, or you can accept the surrender. So if I kill them, I will get this card, Incept 5 Indoctrination. When destroyed, gain 1 dominance per stack. Dominance hostility cards do +1 damage. At the end of each turn, gain 1 influence and reduce this argument by 1. Okay. So, this card does a lot. When you play this, it adds 5 stacks to the enemy. And so your red cards do +5. Holy moly. And you also get influence for 5 turns. And the influence makes your green cards do max damage. That's a lot. That's a lot of words right there. And this is also a short-term card. You get this twice, and then it's gone. But also when you draw it, you draw another card. I don't... Like, this card seems strong, but I, as a player, tend to not like temporary things like this. So, you know, I also feel kind of bad. I'll take the surrender. And for winning that fight, we heal 1 on our negotiation HP, and we get a battle card. Draw 2 cards, gain combo equal to their combined cost. Gain 2 counter for each card played this turn. So you get to gain 2 damage per card you've played. That seems kind of sweet. I don't really feel like I want another Reckless Swing. Maybe I do. Just give me another Reckless Swing. You know what? Give me another card that discards a card. Clem hates me. When you murder a member of the Rise, lose 2 max resolve. Okay. So, do you think that this would have happened if I did the kill? Like, if I killed this person, would I get this Social Bane? I'll come quietly. I'll have to murder someone eventually to find that out. Ooh, an event. You know from experience there's a twist in the air, you're being followed. Oh, is this a follow-up to the knife thing? Oh no, it's the bounty hunter. I forgot about this guy. You can come out now. Thanks for the elbow grease, Sal. I was fresh out. Oh, we taking her now. Oh. So I can negotiate, I can fight, or I can give this man Clem. So if I give him Clem, I will I'm assuming. I don't know. But if I give him Clem, I will probably fail the quest, and I will gain him as an ally. Perhaps enough to get a boon, uncertain. Or I can fight him or negotiate him here. I guess if I negotiate, maybe we can just... Maybe this is like a he doesn't hate us situation. What's the reward for the quest? It's a temporary card, right? Can I, Can I see rewards? I don't think I can. And I don't think I can look at the map either. Nobody's died because of me. We've done it. I'm looking through the interface here to see if there's a way for me to look at the map. It does not appear. Maybe M? No, okay, I don't think I can look at the map. Let's fight. I feel like handing her over is the sort of thing you do if you're dying. So let's do a negotiation here. Is your lead, but I did all the work. I'll hand over Clem if you cough up enough shills. Oh, I'm getting him to pay me out. Sure. He's gonna do 4. His special is whenever Warwick deals damage, they gain composure equal to resolve lost. If no resolve is lost, Warwick takes 3 damage. This man's gonna kill himself. This dude's passive is he kills himself. What the hell? Let's see how this plays out. So we'll put the influence up. So plead will do 3 damage. Oh, and influence has 2 stacks. I see. So it just takes away one of the stacks. Gotcha. Yeah, the threat seems somehow worse to me. What did he get himself here? Intents and target previews are hidden. When this argument takes damage without being destroyed, Warwick gains ploy. Ploy targets an opponent argument each turn for 1 damage. At the end of each turn, doubles the damage this argument deals. Ploy is an argument with 3 resolve. Okay. So we don't know what he's doing. However, last turn he hit for 4. Nothing happened that would make me think he's gonna hit for more. I think the better play is to just go for the kill and put up 4 block here. I think he might also hit the influence. I'm not 100% certain on that though. He hit me for 4. He did kill my influence. Oh, and since he did damage to that, he got the block for it. I see. I was like, why did he get blocked? He didn't hit me. He hit my argument over here, and my argument is part of my character. Neat. Okay. That works differently than I expected. On the 2? Sure. I think I have the kill here if I don't mess around. 3... No, wait, I don't. Do I? I can do 3, 5... No, I'm always off by at least 1. So let's not play Inspiration. Let's play Plead. It did 0. Great news. I hope this doesn't do 1. It did 2. Okay. We'll just block up. There's also... there's one other thing. There's one other mechanic down here that I should mention. You may be wondering about this, but there's the Flourish, which we've been building up, and I have no idea what this does. I'm assuming it'll tell me when it fills up what this does. He hits me for 4. He takes 3. And he got me for 1. Okay. So this one that didn't go off here is a multi-turn thing, most likely. Some of them take multiple turns to trigger. I will end this fight now. Cool. Pay me. And we get a negotiation card. Cool. So double composure. This is just double all block. Gain 2 vulnerability. All cards deal +3. All resolve loss increased by 1. Remove a stack at the start of your turn. So for 2 turns, on turn 1 we'll take 2 extra damage, and on turn 2 we'll take 1 extra damage, but our payoff is +3 damage per card on this turn. So this card's really interesting, level playing field. I have not seen this one before. There's a big problem with it, which is just, it is 1 energy, so most likely this card is worth 6 right now. Paying 1 action and taking a bunch of damage to do 6 is underwhelming. However, I could see this becoming good if I fill up on 0 cost cards. On the other hand, we could just gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it, which seems a lot better to me. drop another influence and just have it chill. Give it it seems like a way to go. More influence, more damage. Because technically, influence can also be worth 3 damage. Not necessarily, right? But it gives you certainty. Fine, I'll give you a cut. It's cheaper than a fight. $22? Not a big cut, brother. I'm gonna do it because I want this guy to like me, though. Tell me this man... So I failed the job. You're telling me this guy doesn't like me? You're telling me I gave up my person for $22? I got... Wait, that sucked. I got less money. And the person I was working for hates me now. And I didn't gain... I got screwed, dude. Unlucky. Alright, I'll go to one of these special events. After you finish a quest, it seems like these limited opportunities pop up, so you just want to grab this real quick, and then I will end this episode here. So we can either go heal, or we can go meditate. I feel pretty good about my health points, so we will meditate. What does it do? I'm not sure. So we have 3 choices. We can meditate a short while, heal 10 resolve. We can meditate a long while, 30 resolve for 5 HP, or meditate on the nature of meditation, increase max resolve by 5 but lose 20. So you think this is negative 15 or is this negative 20? Do we end this at 7 of 35 or 12 of 35? There's only one way to find out. Empty your mind and ponder the nature of the void. Finish the session exhausted, but you learned a thing or two about your own insignificance. It is 7, and you do not plus 5. Okay, so we're at 7. I feel like I do know. I got a little peek, and I know that it's 5 days, so we're early, and this will probably be good in the long run. But yeah, that's gonna be where I call it. That was real. That did not feel. I do not feel like I just spent an hour playing this game. That feels good. Griftlands is really fun. I'm excited to play more of it. If the reception to this is good and I end up playing a ton of this, I will probably upload 2 per day of this game. If I don't play a ton of it, etc., I will probably keep it to just 1 episode. But either way, we'll see what we see here. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.